Hello friends, today I am taking the topic minimization of Boolean expression using K-map. Now first of all we will see what is K-map. It is named after its originator Maurice Carnot. So it is a graphical display of a truth table. It is used to simplify Boolean expression which is either in SOP and or POS form. So it means your expression can be in SOP, sum of product, or POS, product of sum. So I'm just trying to give you one little bit recapitulation that what is SOP and what is POS. SOP means it is a sum of min terms. Now what is min term? Min term is the product of literals whose value is 1. And what is POS? It is a product of max term. What is max term? Max term is the sum of literals whose value is 0. Now first we will see the two variable K-map. Means if I have a function which consisting of two variables, then how we can use the K-map to reduce the Boolean expression. Now, first of all, a Boolean expression must be either in canonical SOP or canonical POS form. The second thing, this is how we have to draw the map of a two variable K map. Now, if you have a function consisting of X and Y literals, then your map will go like this. Now you can see here the variable X can have a possible value 0 and 1, and the variable Y can have a possible values of 0 and 1. So it means we are going to have two rows and two columns. Now you can see this map which consisting of four boxes. Now in this boxes we have a box values. Here I am showing the box value in the form of binary, but actually we have to denote these box value in a decimal form. It's decimal equivalent. So if you see 0, 0, this box value will be taken as 0. 0, 1 means the box value will be taken as it is taken as 1. 1, 0 means it is representing uh, uh, 2, and 1, 1 is representing 3. Now we have a three variable K map. Now in three variable K map we uses the gray code. Now we are having a new system that is called gray code. Now what is a gray code? A gray code is an encoding of numbers so that adjacent numbers have a single digit differing by 1. For example, you can see here we have a pattern 0, 0. Now the next value, if you see the next value, you can see that the least significant bit is complemented and it changes to 1. So it means the next value is going to be 0, 1. But if you will see the third value, the next bit and the second bit is going to be complemented and we will get 1 and 1. We are not going to get 1 and 0 because in the case of 1 and 0, the two bits are going to be complemented. So the next value is going to be 1 and 1 because it is differing by single digit. Now this is how the three variable K map looks. Now we have a function, I have a function consisting of three literals A, B and C. Then this map is having two rows and four columns. Now you can see in the column side that we are following the gray code 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. Similarly, the box value is also going to be changed. Now, if you will see the first box value, it says 0. The second box value is 1. And the third box value is 3. And then fourth, we have 2. Then 5, 4, 5, and then 7 and 6. Then we have a four variable K map. Now, this is how the four variable K map looks like. Now you can see that a four variable K map means we are going to have four rows and four columns. And in the row as well as in the column, we are following the gray code. So in this case, the box values are going to be like this: 0, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 7, 6, 12, 13, 15, 14, 8, 9, 11, and 10. Now, what is the simplification procedures, means how we have to use these map to simplify the Boolean expression. The first thing is draw the K-map. Draw the K-map means if you have a function which consisting of two variables, then you will make a two variable K-map. If your function is consisting of three variables, then you will make a three variable K-map. And if your function is consisting of four variables, then you will draw a four variable K-map. And place ones and zeros in the corresponding cells according to the truth table or logical expression. Now, when we have to place 1 and when we have to place 0, that depends upon the logical expression. If the expression is in SOP form, then we have to place 1 in the map. But if the expression is in POS form, then we have to place 0 in the map. Now group the cells according to the given condition. That is, look for the possible combination such as octet, quad, and pair. Now we are going to see that what is octet, quad, and pair. Then the third is, if any of the one is remaining unpaired, encircle it and write it separately. If grouping of adjacent zeros is done, then we get POS expression. And if grouping of adjacent 1 is done, then we get SOP form. Now this is, I'm showing you how you can make a pair in the map. Now this is one example where I am getting 1 and 1, I'm getting 1 and 5 and 7. So first thing is you have to mark 1 in the map. The second thing is, now you can see here that these two ones are aligned horizontally. So if two ones are aligned horizontally, then you can make a group to form a pair. So it means my pair 1 is going to be M5 plus M7, which is equals to, now you can see here that in this case, if in the case of M5 and M7, you have to look row number 2 and column number 2 and 3. Column number 2 and column number 3. So now it means if you see the row number 2, the value of A is 0, the value of B is 1. Okay, now in M5 as well as in M7, in both the cases, the value of A is 0 and B is 1. So it is going to be A complement dot B. Now, if you see the second and the third column, you can see here that in M5, the value of C is 0, and in M7, the value of C is 1. So it means we have to cancel C, we have to drop C, because the variable which is changing its value, we have to drop it. So in this case, we have to cancel C. Now let's see D. Now you can see that in D, in M5, the value of D is 1, and in M7, the value of D is 1. So it means in both the column, the value of D is 1. It is keeping its value. So we have to take D. So finally, your term is going to be A complement dot B dot D. Okay. Now take the next example, how we can make a quad. A group of 4 adjacent ones or zeros is called a quad. Now you can see in this example that we have 1 in 5, 7, 13 and 15. Now you can see we can group these 4 ones to make a quad. So if you're making a quad, in this case, we have to see 2 rows, row number 2 and row number 3, as well as we have to see the column number 2 and column number 3. Now, if you see row number 2 and 3, you can see the variable A is changing its value, while the variable B is keeping its value 1 in both the row. Similarly, in the column also, the C is changing its value, but the D is keeping its value 1. So it means we have to drop C. So finally, we left with B, whose value is 1, and D, whose value is 1. So the term is going to be BD. Then the next example is a group of 8 adjacent ones, so 0 is called as an octet. Now this is an example for an octet where we can group these 8 ones together. Now if you are taking octet, then you can see that we are, in this example, we have to take all the 4 rows and the second and the third column. Now, if you see all the four rows, in the first two row, you can see the B is changing its value, while in the third and the fourth row, again the B is changing its value. So it means we have to cancel B. Now let's see A. In the first two row, the value of A is 0, while the third and the fourth row, the value of A is 1. It means again the value of A is also changing its value. So it means we have to cancel all these two literal A and B. Now we see the column. Now if you see the column, the variable C is changing its value, while the variable D is keeping its value 1. So it means we have to drop C. Now it means we left with D now. So that's why its expression is equals to D. Now see, what is map rolling? It means roll the map. That is, consider the map as if its left edges are touching the right edges and top edges are touching the bottom edges. I'm giving you one example. See, in this case, we can see that we have mapped 8 ones like this in the K map. Now you can see that if we roll the map horizontally. If we roll the map horizontally, then we can group these 8 ones to make a quad. So to make an octet, sorry, to make an octet. Now you can see here that we have M0, M2, M4, M6, M8, M10, M12, and M14. So if we roll the map, we can make an octet. And if you are making an octet in this case, then you can see here that the literals A and B are going to be cancelled. So we have to see the first and the last column. And if you see the first and the last column, the C is changing its value. So we're left with D, and the value of D is 0. So we have to take it as D complement. Now this is again one of the important topic, that is redundant group in the K-map. Now how we can identify the redundant group? Now see, it is a group whose all ones are overlapped by other groups. For example, now see, this is one example. Now if you see this map, I am having a 3 quad here. Okay, now the quad number 1 I am taking as M8 plus M9 plus M10 plus M11. Now if you will take this quad, then your expression is going to be A dot B complement. Now the quad number 2 I am taking as M9, M11, M13, and M15. So this is equals to AD. Now I'm going with the quad number 3. Now in the quad number 3, you can see here M0, M2, M8, and M10. Now if you will see, this expression is reduced to D complement, D complement. Now if you see the quad number 1, in the quad number 1, M8 is existing in quad 3. M9 is existing in quad 2. M10 is existing in quad 3. M11 is existing in quad 2. So now it means in the quad 1, all the terms are existing in the other group. So it means the quad number 1 is a redundant group. So we will not consider the redundant group in forming the expression. So my final expression is going to be ED plus B complement D complement. I'm giving one example to you. Suppose if I have a function a, b, c, d is equals to summation of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. If one child draw a map like this and say that I am going to take 2 quad. I'm forming a 2 quad here. Okay. So if you're forming a 2 quad here, then your quad number 1 is 0, 4, 12, 8, which is equals to C complement D complement. And your quad number 2 is M2, M4, M6, and M10, which is equals to C dot D complement. Now, if you combine these two, it is going to be C complement D complement plus C D complement. Now, can you see that this expression is in reduced form? No, it is not in reduced form. It can be further reduced. If you take D complement common, then C plus C complement is 1. So this expression can be reduced to D complement. So it means this is not a right method. Now see that another child is adopting like this, following this method, and the child has grouped these 8 ones together to make an octet. So if it is making an octet, then you can see here this octet 1 can be reduced directly to D complement. So here this D complement is the simplest form. So overall, what I want to say here is that in the map, always we give the priority to the higher group. If I feel that an octet is possible, then we will not go for a quad. If the possibility of octet is not there in the map, then we go for a quad. If the possibility of quad is not in the map, then we go for a pair. Okay, so in this way we have to follow the technique to reduce the expression by using a K-map. So it means this is wrong and this is correct. So I hope that in this lecture you will be able to understand the basic concepts of K-map, and I hope that with this you are in a position to solve the problems which are based on K-map. Thank you very much.